How you doing? My name is Bobby Springsteen. I'm CEO of DreamY Entertainment, co-founder of DreamY Genius. I'm a former A&R, as well as I'm a manager. I started my musical career as an artist, signed to Chris's Records many moons ago, and years later, I started with Andre Harrell at Uptown Records. I was his intern, his personal assistant and driver. Uptown Records was the home of Mary J. Blige, Heavy D, Jodeci, Guy, Soul for Real, and so forth. Started my career there, and he was pretty much my first mentor that kind of took me underneath his wing and started showing me the business, started showing me how to make records properly. From there, we started over at Motown. That was my first A&R job. My first artist as an A&R was Miss Jones, used to be on High 97, you know who she is, and Dougie Fresh, world famous Dougie Fresh. That was my first artist. I went on to do 98 Degrees, the old boy band group. Their first album, that was A&R, that project. Went on to Bad Boy. Bad Boy, I worked with a bunch of artists over there on the albums from Shine, G. Dep, Faith Evans, Carl Thomas, Black Rob, Tony Thompson, that was on the label. Worked with 112, Sherry Dennis. Also co-wrote Faith's I Love You song. Worked with Anthony Hamilton. He was one of our artists that was actually at Uptown Records, which most people don't know. Was kind of working with him between the time of Motown and Bad Boy. So after Bad Boy, I went on to work with Shine on his second album. He got a situation over there at Def Jam, so I worked at Gangland Def Jam as a VP A&R over there. Also worked with Tracy Edmonds at Edmonds Entertainment as a VP A&R over there, as well as New America. New America was a joint venture with Andre Harrell and Babyface, Kenny Babyface Edmonds. Worked with many more artists, Robin Thicke, John B. That's to name a few. I was always in management. Was managing engineers in the beginning as an A&R. Then I went on to manage a few artists, producers, writers. Kind of always had publishing in the back of my head, like I needed to go into that world. So I started consulting with Notting Hill Publishing. Worked very closely with the owner and VP of A&R over there, and kind of helped and played a great part in building the urban department. From there, wanted to kind of build my own company and kind of focus more on my independent A&R gigs that I was doing with different labels, as well as management. So now, in 2015, I've been doing a bunch with labels still, placing songs on different albums, specifically on labels that I actually worked at, but also different labels like Warner Brothers and what I'm looking for right now is incredible songwriters and producers to play songs on certain artists with certain labels that I have a close relationship with and I'm working with. But I'm also looking for EDM producers, DJs. There's a couple situations that I have going on, and I wanted to definitely do a single deal. There's artists that I want to sign to a co-publishing deal. There's a number of things that I'm willing to do and ready to do, and looking for the right talent, the right songwriter, the right producer to do it with. I'm also been heavy into licensing, because besides distribution deals, that's where a lot of money is doing sync licensing, getting placements in movies, in TV and commercials. So I'm definitely looking for that next one. Is it you? Is it you? The next step, if I select a submission, is me going through the music, sitting down with my partners, figuring out what we're gonna do with the music. Is it gonna be something that we're gonna pitch for this particular show that we're doing? Is it gonna be something that we're gonna meet with on this licensing house, or is it gonna be something that we're gonna place on a particular artist at a particular label? So I listen and go through the music. Obviously, I listen to it by myself, and then I meet with my partners. After that, I generally email the songwriter or producer or artist, email or call them, get on the phone, kind of introduce myself, let them know what my expectations are and what I want to do with the material. And then we'll take it from there. Every situation is different. If it's a music licensing thing, there'll be some paperwork involved immediately. If it's something where I'm considering a co-publishing situation, we might work a little bit more before we do a co-publishing deal, so I'm sure that I even want to do that co-publishing deal. So I'm not excited off the first listen, and then I realize that the work ethic is not there, even though the talent might be there. So that's kind of what's the next step after I start to select something. And then once I get it placed, And you know, obviously, we're already doing paperwork. Each scenario is different, and it could be a situation where it could be a one-off, whereas we're just doing that particular job, or it could be something where we're having a long-lasting relationship, and we do some type of commitment relationship with each other, where we're doing a long-lasting relationship. Whether it's you're an artist signed to me, or maybe I manage you as a producer, or maybe I manage you as a songwriter, or you just have a co-publishing situation. My point is to take whatever I get from any of these producers, writers, and artists and bring it to the next level. That's the whole point of me being here. That's the whole point of you submitting it to me. And honestly, it's not that I just have a profile on the site, but I think Music Xray is something for tomorrow. You know, I think that it's definitely a platform that we've needed for years, that record company needed for years. Artist development doesn't exist anymore. These record execs that work behind these desks that really never made a record before and they just got that job, they just want to tap something and find it. You know, this new era, they don't really know how to find it. They're not necessarily, you know, in these different neighborhoods and have the relationships where they're really, really out there finding it in these speakeasies and open mic sessions. So when you go to Music Xray and you open it up and you get all this talent and it's right there at the touch of a button, it's incredible. It's like, you know, the music dictionary. It's like, what else can you ask for? I think that we're in a day and age where A&Rs are overall going to be obsolete in a minute. And I think it's going to be to the point where record labels, they turn to Music Xray to find their next hot thing. Hey, that's what I'm doing. I'm ahead of the game.